Ever wondered if you could actually run your entire campsite off the grid without lugging around a noisy, smelly gas generator? All the links are in the description. We're diving into the world of portable power today because the technology has finally caught up to our wildest adventure dreams. And honestly, the best solar panels for camping in 2026 are absolute game changers that might make you rethink your entire setup. Whether you are a weekend warrior or a full-time digital nomad, choosing the right panel is the difference between a cold beer in the fridge and a dead phone in the middle of nowhere. So I've rounded up the heavy hitters to see which one truly earns a spot on your roof or in your trunk. What's the one piece of gear you absolutely can't live without when you're off-grid? Let me know in the comments. 6. NURZVIY 200-watt flexible solar panel. Starting at number 6, we have the NURZVIY 200-watt flexible solar panel, which is a total beast for anyone dealing with curved surfaces like an RV roof or a boat deck. This panel isn't just flexible, it's powered by N-type TOPCon 10BB monocrystalline cells that hit a staggering 25.3% efficiency, which is wild when you realize most standard panels are stuck around 20%. In real-world testing, that extra efficiency means it keeps pumping out juice even when the sun starts dipping or a few clouds roll in, making it a reliable workhorse for marine environments thanks to its IP68 waterproof rating. Comparing it to something like the Renogy 200 watts, the NURZVIY actually wins on raw cell tech and weatherproofing, though you're paying a bit of a premium for that high-end ETFE lamination that stays clear and tough for years. It's ultra-light at just 6 pounds and only 0.1 inches thick, so it basically disappears once you mount it. Though keep in mind this is a permanent style install rather than a fold-and-go kit. If you've got a teardrop trailer or a sailboat with awkward curves, this is the one for you. What do you think about going flexible versus a rigid folding panel? 5. ZOUPW 100-watt portable solar panel. At number 5, the ZOUPW 100-watt portable solar panel is the Swiss Army knife of the group, coming in with a 5-in-1 cable that connects to almost every major power station like Jackery, EcoFlow, or Anchor right out of the box. With 23.5% efficiency, it's a step above the entry-level budget panels you usually see, and the IP67 waterproof rating means you don't have to sprint outside the second you feel a raindrop. When you compare this to the famous Jackery Solar Saga 100, the ZOUPW actually feels more rugged because of that full waterproof rating and the more versatile connector kit, all while usually hitting a much friendlier price point. It's got these great adjustable kickstands to help you chase the sun, and while it weighs about 9.5 pounds, a bit more than a flimsy flexible panel, that extra weight translates to a much more durable build that won't flap around in a light breeze. This is the perfect companion for solo campers or as an emergency backup, and I love that it includes a magnetic handle to keep it neat when you're packing up. Have any of you tried these universal panels with different power station brands? Drop your experience below. 4. E-POWO 220-watt portable solar panel. Moving up to number 4, the E-POWO 220-watt portable solar panel is designed for the heavy hitters who need to charge large batteries but still want the convenience of a foldable design. This panel is a powerhouse, boasting 23.5% efficiency and a built-in direct charging hub with QC 3.0 and USB-C ports, meaning you can actually charge your laptop or phone directly from the panel without even plugging in a power station. It's built like a tank with ETFE lamination and an IP67 rating, making it more weather-resistant than the Jackery 200-watt equivalent, though it does weigh in at about 18 pounds, so it's definitely more of a vehicle-based camping tool than a hiking accessory. The 4-kickstand design is great for stability, though the large surface area means you'll want to keep an eye on it if the wind picks up. It's an incredible value if you want pro-grade durability and the ability to charge devices straight from the sun. Would you trust charging your phone directly from a solar panel, or do you always use a battery buffer? 3. Renogy 200-watt portable solar panel. At number 3, we have the Renogy 200-watt portable solar panel, which is essentially the gold standard for serious overlanders who want a balance of brand reliability and raw performance. Renogy uses PERC monocrystalline cells to hit that 23.5% efficiency mark, And because they use bypass diode technology, this panel handles partial shade better than many of its competitors, which is a lifesaver if you're camping under a tree canopy. Comparing it to the E-POWO or the TWELSEAVAN, Renogy feels a bit more industrial and modular, offering a wide range of adapters that make it perfect for DIY battery builds or older RV systems. It's an IP65 rated ETFE laminated folding kit that feels incredibly premium in the hand. And while it's a bit heavy at 18 pounds, the ergonomic handle makes it easy to move around your campsite. It's a reliable, set it and forget it type of gear that has a massive community of users behind it, though it lacks the direct USB ports found on some newer models. Is a big brand name like Renogy important to you? Or do you prefer the extra features on the newer underdog brands? 2. TWELSEAVAN 200 watt portable solar panel. Our runner-up at number 2 is the TWELSEAVAN 200 watt portable solar panel, and this thing is an absolute efficiency monster at 24%. It uses A+ grade monocrystalline cells that outperform almost everything in the 200 watt class, especially during those hazy mornings when the sun isn't at its peak. What really sets the TWELSEAVAN apart from the Renogy is the integrated 60 watt USB CPD port. That's enough power to fast charge a MacBook Pro directly from the sun, which is a massive win for digital nomads who want to keep their gear light. It's also significantly lighter than the Renogy at just 15.7 pounds, despite being just as durable with its ETFE coating and IP65 rating. The magnetic handle and 4 adjustable kickstands make it incredibly easy to deploy and pack away in seconds. If you're looking for the best bang for your buck in terms of weight to power ratio and modern features, this is arguably the smartest pick on the list. Does the idea of a 60 watt direct charge port make this a winner for your setup? 1. ATEM Power 300 watt portable solar panel. Finally, sitting at number 1, we have the ATEM Power 300 watt portable solar panel, the undisputed king of off-grid energy density. This isn't just a panel, it's a solar blanket using cutting-edge HPBC cell technology to reach a mind-blowing 25.8% efficiency, which is the highest I've ever seen in a portable format. Because it's a flexible blanket design, it folds down to a tiny 1/6 of its size, yet it pumps out 300 watts of power, which is enough to run a portable fridge, lights, and laptops all day long. It even comes with a premium 20 ampere MPPT charge controller that harvests up to 20% more energy than the cheaper PWM controllers you find elsewhere. Comparing this to a rigid 300 watt glass panel is a joke. The ATEM Power is lighter, easier to store, and way more efficient, though you do need to hang it or lay it flat since it doesn't have its own kickstands. If you have a big battery bank and limited storage space, this is the ultimate solution for long-term off-grid living. Which of these solar setups would you choose for your next trip? All the links are in the description. If this breakdown helped you figure out your off-grid power situation, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the best tech and gear for 2026. I want to hear from you. Are you going for the massive 300 watt blanket or a sleek 200 watt folding kit? Let's chat in the comments.